Welcome to Psychology Refresh. Today, we're going to rank the MBTI personalities based on their directness. Make sure to watch each one and find out which personalities are polite and which are direct. Some personality types are recognized for their unfailing politeness, while others couldn't give a damn about what others think of them or their manners and are more direct. Each individual has their own level of politeness/directness. However, based on general tendencies, we have ranked each one of the 16 personality types in one of these categories. Here is the MBTI personalities ranking based on their directness. Number 1. ISTJ. ISTJs are motivated by a sense of obligation. They approach their work with care and attention to detail, and they are dedicated to fulfilling their obligations. These are fantastic strengths, but they can also conflict in ISTJs. This personality type tends to be rigid and tactless, which can make them appear challenging to outsiders. Number 2. ISFJ. Because of their pragmatic and straightforward demeanor, they may come across as being a little too honest. However, two main fundamental traits of the ISFJ personality type are integrity and honesty. ISFJs always strive to act in a manner that is as decent as possible. Number 3. ESTJ. Although there are many things that ESTJs excel at, courtesy isn't always one of them. This personality type places a premium on effectiveness, devotion, and focus. This correlates to a propensity for being perfectionists and workaholics who can come off as a bit intense. Additionally, ESTJs have a tendency to be critical of those who don't share their views and might come across as close-minded. If you are enjoying our content, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell. Number 4. ESFJ. Typically, those who have the ESFJ personality type can be identified by their warm disposition and big hearts. ESFJs are friendly and hospitable, and because they cherish tradition, they place a high emphasis on excellent manners. This personality type epitomizes old-fashioned politeness, maintaining the highest regard for social conventions at all times. ESFJs are the politest of the 16 personality types because they conduct themselves exactly as is expected in every circumstance. Number 5. INFJ. INFJs tend to be very considerate and sensitive people because of their talent for reading others' feelings. You may anticipate any interaction with someone who has this personality type to be polite because they prefer to be reserved and secretive. INFJs are highly courteous, especially with strangers, because they very rarely express their thoughts. Number 6. INFP. Being a sympathetic and caring personality type, INFPs are frequently highly courteous. Since they care about other people's feelings, they're cautious when using language and when broaching sensitive subjects. When they believe their beliefs are being questioned, INFPs are the only ones who let their civility slip. They can react passionately in these circumstances and will passionately protect their right to express an opinion. Number 7. ENFJ. ENFJs are well renowned for being upbeat and optimistic people that are enjoyable to be around. They are innately polite because they are acutely aware of the needs of others. When they're pressed for time, their politeness tends to slide. ENFJs frequently take on a lot of tasks and obligations, which puts them at risk for becoming overburdened. You might discover that they frequently arrive late, rush by you without holding the door open, or even forget your name. Don't worry. They are merely saying it accidentally. When they are less distracted, they will try their best to be courteous. Number 8. ENFP. ENFPs aren't always the most courteous personality types because they tend to be talkative and a little self-absorbed. ENFPs prefer to talk a lot about themselves and aren't great listeners. They could also react emotionally rapidly, harboring grudges against those they believe have wronged them. Although this personality type is lively and their enthusiasm is contagious, they are undoubtedly not the politest personality types. Number 9. ISTP. ISTPs have a reputation for being flexible and very practical. This personality type tends to be restrained and makes sensible decisions. ISTPs frequently push other people away because they place a high value on their personal space. Although they have a perfectly valid reason for doing so, ISTPs may come across as unpleasant to personalities who aren't used to them. Number 10. ISFP. ISFPs are impulsive and imaginative, constantly searching out the beauty around them. They have a strong moral compass and are usually calm and respectful, acting politely in most situations. However, this personality type can occasionally be overly nice at a cost to themselves. ISFPs frequently give in to the opinions and interests of others in an effort to avoid disagreement at all costs, which can put them in awkward circumstances. Number 11. ESTP. One of the 16 personality types with the most dynamism and boldness is the ESTP, who is quick, charismatic, and a little chaotic. This personality isn't hesitant to get right to the point. They prefer being direct in their conversation, which can occasionally come across as unfriendly. However, if you can adapt to the ESTP way of life and keep up with their hectic pace, you'll be swept away by their vivacious, contagious nature and forgive them for being rude. Number 12. ESFP. Making sure they and everyone else around them are having a good time is ESFP's primary priority. You can typically count on this outgoing personality type to be cordial and friendly because they enjoy being around positivity and energy. The only time they might act less politely is if they become bored, which can happen quickly. If that happens, you can get dropped like a ton of bricks as they look for other amusement, which is not very polite. Number 13. INTJ. People are frequently expected to sugarcoat the facts in order to prevent upsetting other people's feelings, which is a requirement for diplomatic and polite behavior in a professional setting. These kinds of social abilities do not come naturally to INTJs. Although they can learn and do learn them, obviously, INTJs find it taxing to constantly remain in a courteous mood. Furthermore, the aura of superiority that INTJs can exude is where they tend to stumble. INTJs are very self-assured and strongly believe in their own intelligence. This, combined with their low emotional intelligence, EQ, results in a personality type that frequently irritates others. Although they don't aim to be rude, INTJs frequently project an air of superiority. Number 14. INTP. INTPs, who are among the most logical personality types, are sometimes oblivious to the needs of other people. A major weakness of the INTP is their propensity to belittle and judge others who oppose them or don't grasp their ideas as quickly as they do. Although praiseworthy, their steadfast pursuit of accuracy and objectivity can result in annoyance or even violence when they force their own point of view. In instances where reasoning does not always prevail, this is very dangerous. When INTPs are totally engrossed in their own imaginations, they tend to lose their attention. They are frequently insensitive and harsh with others, which makes them difficult to be around. Number 15. ENTJ. The ENTJ personality can occasionally be harsh when objectives must be established or system procedures must be followed. This personality type is very skeptical of theories or judgments that seem to be founded on feelings rather than facts. ENTJs are arguably the personality type that cares the least about what other people think of them. They do not care what other people think of them or try to sugarcoat the truth. They are incredibly direct, assertive, and determined. You'll be alright once you understand that this is just the ENTJ way. But if you've never met one before, you'd be excused for mistaking their incredibly domineering demeanor for rudeness. ENTJs are saved by their charisma, which enables them to win others over despite their lack of charm. Number 16. ENTP. ENTPs are versatile and laid back. They simply deflect criticism like water off a duck's back. This means that ENTPs rarely act rudely on purpose. On the other hand, they have a tendency to be disrespectful because of their innate stubbornness, particularly if you try to challenge them. These videos will be really helpful for you.